I always have guests come in earlier in case that happens.
Cool.
Oh, we got lots of people in here. Robert
Yeah,
Chance. We got Robert Chance, Maurice, Terry Lane, Catfish Headhunter, Mrs. Catfish Headhunter, Tim. We got Maurice in here.
So there is a lag, huh?
Uh-huh. It's going to be about a minute and a half lag.
Okay, I had no clue. Good to know.
We got Jaw Jerkers in here. We got a lot of people in here. Welcome.
What's up, people? How are you?
Headhunter's talking to you.
I see that.
Hello, Miss Catfish Headhunter. We'll wait. We can just chit chat until people come in, then we'll start.
Hey, look, there's my buddy Robert. I see Maurice. Miss Catfish Headhunter, hello again. Michael, hello, buddy. How are you?
Hey, this is Great Outdoors.
Hey, Great Outdoors, how are you?
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We'll take all the questions you got.
Great.
Wait for Palmetto to come in. He said he's going to tag you tonight with
That's
questions.
all right. He was talking to Chris in the other chat, so he's
Yeah.
probably got all sorts of questions. Hey, Maurice, how are you, buddy?
Great Outdoors is talking to you.
Oh, thank you, Great Outdoors. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll get
Battle
better
of the
at 'em.
Beards.
I got the Corona one going. I just usually don't keep it this long.
Yeah, you shaved yours down to a goatee, huh?
Yeah, it gets all white on the outside, so
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either. And it grows out this way too on mine, so I try to keep it down a little bit.
Well,
Always had one for the longest time. I shaved my goatee off about, 27 years ago. Scared the heck out of my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. She told me to grow it back and never do that again.
what you do? Beat you for it?
Nah, she just got upset. That was like 2 times that she ever got upset by something about my appearance. And the first time I shaved my head, she didn't like too much.
Oh, I bet you she didn't like it.
No, she did not. She actually got used to it. She was always complaining about it until I lost it.
Yeah, then when you lost it, she hated it.
That's right.
It makes you wonder, right?
It does. It's weird to see my lagged video up on my screen.
Yeah, I did the thumbnail on a program that was given to me.
One of the ones that
I did the thumbnail on a program. Norman sent me a program, and I created that thumbnail that you see when you came in, which is something new. Which I'm Palmetto gave me the idea and how to do it.
very cool. I know he was listing off a bunch of apps that I actually went and downloaded yesterday. I haven't had a chance to check them yet. So there's only so many times in a day. I got so much I'm trying to get done, and
Well, trust me. Fridays is always a toss-up with me.
Hey, Catfish Headhunter, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Alan, welcome. Yeah, there's a lot of catfish pirates in here, Alan.
Arr. Hey, Palmetto, how are you?
We're just waiting for a few more people to start coming in, and we're going to start drilling him with what I call 1,000 questions. if we get them.
I'll do my best to answer them, honestly.
Well, hey, they're all going to be coming aimed at you, so.
Hey, you got to help me a little bit.
Well, hey, if I can answer a question, but if there are personal questions towards you, I can't help you.
This is true.
If the question's aimed at you that I don't know about you, I can't help you with that one.
No problem. I'll be happy to answer whatever I can.
Any other ones I'll try to help you with.
So how many people do we have in chat?
We have 11 in here right now.
Nice. Everybody hit the like button, like I just did.
Eleven in here with 6 thumbs up. When's your next video out? Whoever Mark
My
is.
next video, I put out. All right, if we're gonna start, we might as well start good. I went out fishing on Tuesday. First time out in the boat. River's been closed out here because of high water, so I went out to the Channel Lakes. And I'm not a big lake fisherman guy. I don't fish lake much at all. So it was my first time out there. First time dragging. I had a pretty good day. Caught a few fish, lost a few more. Got home, uploaded all my video. I had recorded almost the whole day on time lapse.
Here's your first one.
About myself. I live in Northern Illinois, married, 2 dogs, no kids. I've been fishing pretty much on and off my whole life. I love fishing. Work from home, work for myself. I work with my wife. I'm blessed in that way. Just trying to get better at fishing, that's all. You have any specific questions for me? For crappie, I like the ACC crappie sticks, and I'll use. I like what's a decent rod, a decent reel that isn't a whole bunch of money is the Fluger Presidentials. I just recently switched over to Shimano Stratics, and the only reason why I have those is because I found a sale on one, and I fell in love with it, so I keep buying like the last year's model whenever I can find a good deal on them. But I've dropped them. Here's another video story for you. I dropped one and it's like 7 feet of water off the dock trying to make video with my iPhone while casting with the other hand. And it was at the bottom of like 36-degree water for about an hour before I could get it out. And I opened it up. It was dry as a bone on the inside. They're pretty bulletproof reels that cast real smooth, reel even smoother. So
your name is Mark, right?
My name is Mark. I'm Mark, everybody. How are you? My last name is Przybysz.
It's what?
Przybysz.
I wouldn't know how to pronounce that.
It's as Polish as it gets.
What got you really into catfishing?
My grandfather. He was a big carpet catfish. He was a big bottom fisherman. My grandfather was a merchant marine that came over here. Actually, he was born here, and his parents took him back to East Europe, to Poland, and survived World War II, became a merchant marine. About myself. He came back here with my mom when my mom was like 13 years old. He did a lot of fishing. He was disabled, survived World War II, prosthetic leg. So he was my babysitter. If he wasn't taking me fishing, we were down at the Quarter Tavern playing pinball machines. He did a lot of fishing.
Do you have 2 screens open?
I do have 2 screens open. Prosthetic leg.
You're going to have to mute one of them.
I got my computer.
You're getting the feedback.
I don't.
You're going to have to mute one of them.
I got my computer.
Can you turn the volume down? Is that better?
I only have the one screen open. I just muted the one that I had open and it stopped it. I don't know where the feedback coming from.
Yeah, because we're getting.
Happening again.
Try it now.
All right, how's that?
It's better. No echo.
It's
Whoops,
it's
wrong
coming
question.
back. I don't know why. I don't have anything else open on my phone.
I know.
I only had the one screen open. I just muted the one that I had open and stopped. I don't know what to do that.
Yeah, because we're getting.
I'm hearing an echo. You know what? Maybe my wife's watching upstairs. Would that do it?
Yeah, I did it. Well, I don't know what you did.
I think maybe my wife was watching me upstairs.
No, it had to be the monitor or something you had on.
I have no other. I have all my other speakers muted in the room. It was very strange. I can hear myself talking though.
That's good. Well, there's your next question right there.
Like I said, my grandfather got me into fishing. He was a big fisherman ever since he was a little guy. And he, like I said, when I was a little guy, he babysat me, and we spent a lot of time on the Kankakee River. He's a big catfish, a big carp guy.
Hi, Jason. Welcome, Jason. This is Catfish and Crappie, another Illinois fisherman. Jason Lamb is also in Illinois.
I'm in McHenry County, Illinois, in a small suburb called Lake in the Hills.
Yeah, so you play guitar.
No. Not very well.
Oh, you want to see the feeding of frenzy again, don't you, Wicked?
What's going on, Chunky? How are you?
Hey, Chunky, welcome. Whoops. I don't know why they get fed twice a day. 3 times on Friday.
Hey, I got a question for all you guys. Do you guys feed your bait fish?
What about bait fish?
Do you feed them?
Yeah, I feed my bait fish. I keep them alive in a live well.
Yeah, I keep them. I'll feed my bullheads like crappie minnows when I got them. But other than that, I try to go through it faster than I need to. So.
Yes, I do, Tim. I have to keep it down at least 5 or 6 inches because I jump out of the water and out of the aquarium. Those cichlids are really vicious when they get to see food.
So am I.
Oh, that's good. Crappie eggs, they'll eat anything.
Perfect. I haven't thought about that. Like after I fillet and throw the eggs in there, that's a good idea.
Hi, Mr. Perez. How you doing? So, do you bank fish as well as boat fish?
I do bank fish. Actually, I just started boat fishing last year. I mean, I've been in boats and stuff, but last year was the first year I bought a small boat just to get away from some of the pressured banks out here. Being it's a pretty urban environment, the bank fishing gets pressured really bad. And I'm glad I did, but I do miss bank fishing. Actually, I'm going to go bank fishing tonight after this. I got a bunch of bait ready to go and my rod's in the truck. I figure I'll go spend the night. We got high water. The temperature's finally breaking. Hopefully I can get into a flathead tonight.
Now, do you prefer, for catfishing, do you prefer fishing during the day or night?
I do better at night. I like fishing better during the day.
I love the nighttime because there's one, there's not a lot of people there. Two, I'm peaceful and quiet by myself when I can have a fire and not worry about things.
Yeah.
And three,
Well,
the fish bite is really on.
oh, it definitely is. I like daytime fishing because, like I was mentioning, I do work for myself, so I can get a jump on my work the day before and make time to go during the week, which is the slow time here where I live. During the week while everybody's at work, that's when you can have the river to yourself on a boat.
Yeah, Michael Morello, there is a video possibility. I'm thinking about doing a night live stream as well.
Oh, nice.
Once I can find somewhere to go fishing without people wanting to be shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, that's the hard part with bank fishing. I mean, it isn't too bad. I've met so many good people on the bank. I still fish with now. I'm going to meet a few people. Now they're probably watching, just keeping quiet. They'll probably give me a bunch of grief once I get out there, but it's all good.
Your stickers was mailed today, Palmetto said.
Oh, excellent! Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll put it on my big boat jug. I'll put it right there.
Public keg.
That public keg. That thing works great on the boat. Love that thing.
So, what's your best catfish rod?
My best catfish rod. You know, I like my rail seekers, but this slime cast rod is it may be its equal. It may pass it. We'll see. I need to get a medium heavy, and I don't plan on getting another rod till next season. So we'll see. I'm in no hurry. I keep a lot of my gear or I hand it down to friends and family. I mean, this year already, I gave like 4 of my spinning catfish setups to my one friend, or actually to 2 friends. I gave him a couple last year, one last year, sold him another one, and then I gave another one to a neighbor over here. They're making good use of it. So yeah, I got in in Illinois you can only have 2 rods or 3 rods trolling. So
yeah,
I don't need 8 to 10 rods even on my boat.
I carry 2 catfish rods, but always keep 2 in the truck for backup just in case.
Yep.
And I like that concept.
And I always have a bait rod in the truck.
I always carry a bait rod. That's a given. If you don't have a bait rod for bluegills and a bait rod for skipjack, you got problems.
I have never even seen a skipjack in real life up here.
Huh?
The only time I've ever seen a skipjack was at the Catfish Conference number 2. They had some frozen. That's the only time I've ever seen a skipjack.
We got 24 in here and 19 thumbs up. It's good. Hey, Palmetto, what's your questions?
Yeah, let's have some questions. Give me something to talk about.
Yeah, Palmetto says it's just a herring, but
yeah, it looks like a herring.
That bloody herring meat is when you cut them up, it has all that blood on it. When you put it on the hook, it's what attracts the catfish.
The bloodier the better. Up here, what we're doing good on is suckers right now. I did get a flathead last week on a bluegill, which is odd this time of year, but that's all the bait I had. Suckers and chubs, as long as you suspend them. In a couple of weeks, it'll be a bullhead bite and bluegill bite.
Well, the suckers, if you catch them about like that, they make good live bait on a circle hook.
Oh yeah.
But if you cut them up, they're also another bloody bait fish that really works good on catfish.
When I'm fishing for flathead, especially at night, I use live. Well, it's where I live. It's kind of strange. One section, there's the river's divided by dams. Obviously, they're not even dams; they're just like little spillways. Fish bite different in each section of river. I mean, it's plain as day. At least that's what I'm finding. There's a certain section that loves cut bait. There's a certain section our flatheads love cut bait. There's another section where they won't touch it. And then the channel cats are just crazy everywhere, which is good, except when you're down on bait and they're stealing your. If I got to buy suckers, they're up to like almost $6.50 a piece now up here.
Where do you buy your suckers at?
A couple of bait shops up here. They sell the musky suckers. They're like 10, 12 inches. They're big.
Damn, those are nice sized baits.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to go bigger baits this year. I'm going to try and find some
Wait
1 pound
a
carps,
minute.
more 1 pound
You got-
carps. And my bullhead spot, the bullheads are getting nice and big. The goal for my YouTube channel, that's a good question. I'd like to get 1,000 viewers in the next year, or 1,000 subs in the next year. That would be cool. But I'm doing this for different. I'm doing this for selfish reasons. Like I said earlier, I don't have kids. This is a way for me to be a little more creative and maybe leave some sort of legacy. So yeah, as sappy as that sounds, that's kind of why I'm doing it. Also, I love the fact that I'm meeting all these cool people out there. And fishing possibilities are opening up everywhere. So I got the support of my wife. She really sees that I'm enjoying it. So, having her support me and egg me on is just, fueling my passion. So that's really my reason behind doing it. That, and I'm a tech nerd dude at heart. I worked in a computer business for a long time before I got into like project management and stuff. So
Yeah.
I like messing around with all this stuff. I use base. It depends. I don't have a favorite. My rigging style. I'll use Carolina rig, the Santee Cooper, and I do a lot of float fishing in log jams. So they're pretty close to one another. They're separate. And just this week, I finally tried drifting, which is Santee Cooper rig. So I'll probably be using that. Everyone's got its. At least I feel everyone has its place. If I'm fishing, again, really close to log jams and stuff, there's Santee Cooper works great with a short leader, and your live bait isn't taking off into the snags. You can control it a little better. Or if I'm fishing channels and stuff, not channel cats, but main channels, Carolina rig, you can't beat it. Gives them that little extra line to hang themselves, especially on a circle.
Yeah. You can't get any better than the Carolina rig.
No, that's your go-to. Actually, that's like the first one. I got a bunch of kids in the neighborhood that are really interested in fishing, and I'm friends with all of their fathers and their mothers and stuff. We all hang out. So yeah, they're in the process of wanting to learn how to do that.
Roman's giving you a compliment.
Oh, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're a natural, so.
I don't know about that. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I work for myself. I work alone. So when I get somebody's attention, I just start rattling off, and sometimes I get carried away.
Hey, if you rattle off, that's fine. What really got you into crappie fishing?
I like to eat them.
Oh, you and everybody else here in Illinois.
Yeah, I like eating crappie, and chasing them down is kind of fun. I saw crappie is what got me started on it. When we were a kid, we'd go out here. Actually, where I live now, I lived in the city most of my life. I came out, half of my life. Came out here, and there was this older gentleman, older guy, who actually took a bulldozer and dug a channel into his backyard and used to charge $3 to go back there and fish. So in the spring, when ice out would happen, we'd go in there, and I was amazed at like a 12-inch crappie. I was like, after catching bluegills, and perch all the time, little baby perch like this big, to get something that big, and then have my mom cook it up and it tastes pretty good, I was home. Chasing them drives me kind of nuts, but.
Oh, yeah, it does, especially in the boat.
Yeah, running all over the place. Yeah, I love the pre-spawn. That's my favorite time. I love ice out, and I love ice out crappies, and I love pre-spawn flatheads. And then in the fall, I love king salmon. Right after Memorial Day, right after Labor Day. I'm sorry, right after Labor Day, I'm going up to Racine every night for 2-3 weeks straight, and we're talking 4 to 8 hours a night. I don't get much sleep that week, those couple of weeks.
I'm sure.
Not yet. I hope to very soon. I need to get a blue. I have yet to get a blue catfish. I've tried over at Powerton. I got a couple of guys that want to take me out to LaSalle for them. I hope to go further south. I want to hit like Lake Egypt. I want to hit the Mississippi River south. I want to hit some of the better uh, blue cat spots as well down there. So yeah, I'm
Well,
definitely hoping to get down there. Hey,
when
Robert.
when this coronavirus opens up and lets us do the meet and greet, you can come down and catch a blue down here.
I'm hoping to get there. I took um, uh, Chunky's ideas for the battery power because I use a CPAP machine like he does. So that whole plan is so I can camp while I go there. That was my main reason for doing that. So I'm definitely going to try and make it out there if you guys will have me.
Oh, you're more than welcome to come down.
I appreciate it.
It's a YouTube meet and greet for all YouTubers that want to come down and meet, hang out, have fun. We will have a friendly competition with no prize money, just a trophy and bragging rights one night.
That sounds like fun.
And whoever catches big catfish gets first place.
Perfect. And then that person brings it the next year. They hand it off.
Miss Catfish Headhunter give you a statement.
I would like to try it. Maybe we'll see. Let me figure this out. I actually just ordered. I'm in the process of ordering a second camera for my fishing videos. I don't know which way to go.
You
Um,
see,
Go, GoPro Hero 8s are on sale for a decent price, but I've had a lot of problems with mine. I think I got them ironed out though. I mean, it was a pretty simple fix. I mean, if anybody's using a Hero 8, the biggest problem with them is if you have it hooked up on external power, if you leave the battery in it, it's gonna overheat and it'll reset and corrupt all your data. That's how come I don't have a lot more fishing videos. I've lost quite a bit of footage because of reasons like that. So
yeah,
I'm trying to figure out what to do for a second camera. Not because I need a second camera, because it'd be nice to have the backup. You know,
but
if I lose a file or something, I'll have another set of video going, even if it's
right.
wide. No, my wife does not enjoy fishing. She comes with me twice a year, as long as she can bring the dogs, a book, and I bring some adult beverages, some fruity cocktails for her. She's pretty happy.
Whoops, I clicked on something when I was trying to get back.
Oh, that's okay.
So, how big is your boat?
I have a 16-foot Lund Fury, so it's not real wide. I think it's 67 inches wide. It's a small boat. It's like a glorified rowboat with a 40 horsepower motor on it with a side console.
So that's almost like a small bass boat.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a Lund, so it's a little deeper V, which helps me, with some of the waves and stuff. But I wouldn't take it out on Lake Michigan. This was a test run. I've had boats before, pleasure boats and stuff. Never really fished off of them. And I always told myself I'll never buy another boat. And here I am 20 years later with a starter boat again. So we'll see. I got my eye on a couple of boats, but I'm going to give it 2 years before I grow that big, go that way. So I have been married 25 years this October.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I usually, when I fish for crappie, this is what I take into consideration: the time of year, water temperature, and after that, then I'll check my brush piles because I generally go to a couple lakes. If I'm not finding anything there, I'm checking docks. Um, that's pretty much how I do process of elimination. Just eliminate water. If you're on a body of water long enough, you learn where they are at a certain time of the year. And I'm by no means a pro, and I have a hard time, except for a couple times a year, but I'll find them. I mean, I do good in the summer of all times, in the spring, pre and post spawn. Fall's a little hard biting, and this winter was really rough. I think I had like one crappie, maybe two crappies. I caught more bullhead than crappie ice fishing this year, which is surprising. Big bullheads. You'd love them too. If I could keep them alive all winter, they'd make great bait.
I keep. That's why I got a 45 to 50 gallon aquarium in my bedroom.
Oh yeah.
I keep it heated so the bluegills will survive in there
Oh,
year round.
perfect.
So when I want to go flathead fishing, I just grab me a bucket full of bluegills and go.
Uh,
And like last year, I was doing a lot of bait fishing for catfish and everything. And I'd go out that night when I had my live well in the back of my truck full, and just
uh,
go park on the riverbank right next to my truck and put them out and just either cut up the bait or keep them live.
truck fishing is better than boat fishing. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh yeah, I pull right up next to the bank, drop the tailgate, have a cutting board, my tackle boxes out, and I'm gone.
You're good to
Poles
go.
out, chairs out, fire ring going, and fire going.
Perfect. I have one of those little camp stoves um, that I use in the fall, and even in the winter sometimes that burns like regular wood. We use that for heat, and then I got my ice fishing heaters and stuff. There's a couple of spots out here where we can have fires, but they're long walks. They're like 2 mile walks, which we do depending on the time of the year.
Hey, Miss Hunter, it won't be crazy. It'll be a blast because it'll be fun when we do the meetup. It'll be everybody getting to know each other, having fun, sitting back, chatting.
I look forward to it. When I went down to the Catfish Conference a few years back, I met a ton of people that I still talk to. Some people off YouTube and stuff. I actually talked to Lyle for a little while. I don't imagine he remembers me at all, but he was just the nicest guy. So every time I see him on one of his live chats or see his name pop up on here or any of the
Maurice,
other ones,
if you're in here, I'm sorry I didn't see your question. But he asked, do you use mono or braid?
I use braid. I use Suffix 832 braid. I buy that stuff by like the 1200 yard spool, and that'll
I'm
last
trying to
me.
keep up, Palmetto. I'm trying to keep up, bud.
I hope I'm keeping up. I'm trying. I'm trying not to look at the chat and look at the monitor. That's one
That's
of the
how I'm
things.
trying to hold them back and see them.
All right, so yeah, I like Suffix 832 braid. It works great. I'll run that for up to like 3 years on a reel without having any problems. Every spring, I'll cut off, like 15 feet off the end of it, and I'm good. The only thing that I can tell, I've never had my main line break. I've had 50-pound big game and 50-pound Suffix Elite break on me for my leaders, the mono. But other than that, it doesn't. I've hauled in big logs up current with that 65-pound braid. I don't have a need in our water system to go any heavier than that. Also, our river, I don't know if I've said that, I probably have, but it's shallow. You're looking at 4 to 6 feet everywhere. Every now and then you'll find a deeper hole, but they're few and far between. So the fish are holding up in structure and out here structures, like bridge pilings, docks, log fall downs. I don't want to say log jams because they're not really log jams. When I say when we're fishing, the logs, it's half a dozen trees along maybe a 100 yards of stretch.
Oh, yeah.
It's all and stuff.
Have you ever tried trolling or drifting for crappie?
For crappie, yeah, I do that quite a bit. I end up catching more bass than I do crappie usually, though.
Well, hey, bass are good eating too.
I have a bunch of buddies that are big bass guys. I always give them a lot of grief about it, but they're good. We have a great smallmouth fishery here where I live on the Fox River. I mean, it's exceptional. The guys have been killing them. I'll go smallmouth fishing twice a year. Maybe I'll do a bank fishing video when I'm wading. When the water gets warm enough that I don't need waders, I'll be out there. I do not spider rig. I can only have 2 poles in Illinois. It doesn't make sense. I'd rather drag the baits behind it. Yeah.
In Illinois, you're only allowed 2 poles, so I don't know how many.
You're allowed 3 if you're trolling, depending on the water.
Okay. 3 per person on the boat. Spider rigging. That's gonna be a mess of tangles.
Yeah, I can't get 2 people in the front of my boat. It's a small boat, so if I'm trolling, it's just me. If I got more than just me in the boat, we're usually casting to them or going cork fishing.
You still in here, Pam? Okay.
Oh yeah, I've caught them on worms. I'll tip jigs with worms sometimes with minnow heads. That's a nice fishing treat. Even with wax worms, they're nice and greasy. That helps. If I don't have, ever since I started using crappie nibbles, I don't have to do it so much anymore. Also, I've tried those new smelly smacks by Flea Fly, which is pretty much Team Catfish, and those are nice because they don't fall off your hook. But you do have to swap them out because the scent will wear off before the bait falls off your hook.
Yeah. Have you ever used wax worms for crappie?
Yeah, I'll tip my jigs with them from time to time. If it's just a late summer bite, sometimes they'll be because wax worms they let off that oily grease. They're kind of like skipjack, but only bugs.
Yeah.
They're real greasy and they stink. They like that sometimes.
Something about the those wax worms, crappie and bluegills love them.
They do. I mean, that's their biggest forage, especially during the winter here. They're feeding on bugs and stuff, so they get used to it. I catch a lot of, like all of us, that do flathead fish, a lot of panfish, a lot of bait fish and stuff. And, worms, wax worms, they work great. But you got to stop and buy them. I've been using a lot of like the Berkeley 1-inch minnows and stuff. It's a little, you don't catch them as easily, but I always got a jar or 2 in my truck. So if I see a good body of water and I got my bucket in the back of my truck, I can always stop. So that's my tip of the day.
Yeah. So what's your funniest story you got?
I went crappie fishing last week at Rock Cut State Park, and the boat ramp was kind of pressured. All right, I have like a mega cab truck, and I have a small boat. Like I said, it's only like 64 inches beam, so I can't see it behind my truck. So backing it in and out isn't the easiest. I'm good at backing a trailer. I got a 36-foot trailer, and I got a flatbed, like a 18-foot flatbed trailer. I can back those, but for some reason, this shoreliner trailer for my boat is a nightmare in my truck. I'm backing it in. I get it backed in. I go to get the boat in, and the wind was really bad. It blew the boat off, and the boat pulled me right in. I ended up swimming in like 40-degree water just last week. And the first thing that I thought to myself is, God, I hope my GoPro is on. And it wasn't. I was so crushed. So yeah, brand new pair of muck boots. Here's a tip. Muck boots are just as waterproof from the inside as they are from the outside. I'm sure the guys got to laugh at that. What else happened? There was another funny story. I've fallen in so many times. Lost fish at the bank. Hooked myself a bunch of times. I actually hooked myself this weekend. Other than that,
Miss Catfish Hunter, you could have heard poor Norman.
what did she say? I missed her.
She's going to have to, let me go back to it. Palmetto's going to have to get him started, and she may have to take over his live feed because he won't be able to be available any longer.
Live feed like that might be good. You should do it. I'll show up.
Oops. What's your favorite color, Mark?
I don't have a favorite color, to be honest with you. I get in this argument with my nieces and nephews all the time. They always ask me, "What's your favorite color, Uncle Mark?" I said, "I'm an adult. I don't have a favorite color. Just give me the business." But yeah, I like all colors basically. My dream boat would be one like what is it? The one that Steve Douglas has. One of the ones from the Pacific Northwest. I think that would be perfect. That would meet my river needs, and it would meet my Lake Michigan needs. It's a northwestern, I think. Either that or a center council.
Miss Catfish Headhunter, I'm gonna have you live one of these times on my show, and you can let out all the secrets on Norman.
I agree. Oh, definitely. I just want to keep out of the weather. I want to fish, later into the winter. Our rivers don't freeze here often enough. The edges will freeze, but if I got a decent boat, I'll break the ice and get out there. Walleye fishing in winter is great here. Oh, my favorite color. Oh no, my favorite color for my crappie jigs is June bug and chartreuse, and I do like any of the ghost type colors, the clear ones, like a monkey milk. Those are my favorite ones. Um, my friend Jigging with Jake, he sent me out some called lemongrass, which is like a pearl white with a green, and then this one called disco, which is like a gold with chartreuse. I'm gonna give those a try in some muddy water. Actually, tomorrow might be good. Um, we'll see what happens tonight and how late I fish tonight. Maybe I'll get out on some crappie tomorrow.
I'm trying to see if I missed any questions because live stream is just flying by.
Yeah, catfish head hunter, Norm. I don't mind the cold except for my hands. For some reason, I have either bad circulation or something. If my hands get cold, I'm done. So I use, those heat packs, all sorts of stuff. Try to keep them warm. No matter what kind of gloves I wear, they always end up getting cold.
But
So yeah, I'm starting to think I'm getting a little old for ice fishing. So I definitely want to move south.
in the wintertime, if I'm bank fishing for cats or whatever, I'll have a nice little fire going to where I can keep my feet and my hands warm,
Perfect.
and have a coffee
That's
pot
really
on
good.
there going as well. And
We've been using BioLite stoves, which are small. I forget what they're called. They're like little baby rocket stoves. And this one actually will charge your phone from the heat.
oh,
But
really?
yeah, they're not cheap. I bought one a long time ago when they started the Kickstarter, and I actually still have it. And a couple of my buddies really liked it. I ended up buying them. But they'll burn like a stick of wood for like 20 minutes, and it's enough heat for like one person. It's also legal to have here in the parks and stuff if we're fishing for the bank. So they help a lot.
Palmetto, I love fishing, but I do camping too. And when I'm camping, my tent's right there on the about 10, 15 feet away from my rods with a campfire, my fish sprayer, my rods out.
That's the way to do it.
I'd be out there for weeks on end if I could get away with it.
Come on, Palmetto, give me some more questions.
Yeah, I talk about fire heaters and coffee.
Oh, and by the way, that R. Hockenberg that asked me a question, he's the one that does my music for my videos. He's a very talented musician. He's a good guy. And a
This
friend
head
of mine
hunter,
for over 30 years.
I won't burn a whole tank of gas. I just burn about 4 or 5 logs to get a good pot of coffee going. Where'd he go? I know you're being sarcastic, bud. All right, let's have some more questions, people. What is your personal best catfish?
2 pounds, 2 ounces. And I haven't even got close to that in years.
What is your personal best crappie?
Yeah, it is my personal best crappie.
What about your personal best catfish?
Flathead, 35 pounds last year, which is pretty good. I'm chasing a 40 or a 50 this year. I had a good year last year. I think I had 37 flathead, 3 in the 30-pound class, a whole bunch in the 20s, and during the spawn, we may catch smaller ones under 20 pounds. What plastics? I mean, any plastics. I hate having to retie and rebait.
All right, let's see if I got that one right.
I don't. I just use my My monster rod holders, to be honest. Like I said, I use 2, maybe 3 rods if I'm trolling, and then if I'm casting, I don't put them in a rod. I don't use minnows. I use artificials for crappie. I haven't used minnows in years, so I don't really dead stick too much. They're either biting or they're not. If they're biting where how I'm fishing, I don't have the time or the patience to deal with 2 rods when it comes to catching them. Yeah, I want to fish the Mississippi River this year for sure. I've never done it. I'd like to do it. I'm also got plans. My wife for our 25th wedding anniversary booked us a vacation if the coronavirus, backs down at the Bass Pro Shops Resort. We haven't been on vacation in 14 years, and she turns around and books this. It was pretty cool. So, like I said, she's very supportive of my fishing, even though she's not real big, into it.
Oops, wrong one.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm trying to click on them, and chat just keeps rolling by. You fish too. Well, try to get to. Whoops, you lost your light.
No, my monitor went to sleep. I don't know why that happened. This light's kind of hideous. There we go. No, but I know the guys that work in public works here, and they tell me exactly where they put them every year. So yeah, I know where they're at, but I never have to do that. I also drive around. I do a lot of scouting my spots, so I see where people throw their Christmas trees up and stuff. I know a lot of the people that are doing it anyway. So I don't fish tournaments. Friendly stuff I'll fish, but I don't do tournaments. Like I mentioned, the Fox River here is split off by small dams, and most of the tournaments requires that you bring fish to the weigh-in, and the weigh-ins are usually not in the pools I can catch my fish in, and then they're released in other pools. I don't want to do that. I prefer daytime. I do better at night. It's also easier to film during the day, I imagine.
I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any questions. So, do you also fish for northern pike and walleye?
I don't fish for walleye. I'd like to fish more for walleye. I just don't have much experience in it. Northern pike, I'll catch them when I'm bait fishing. Last year I got 2 small muskies while bait fishing. I mean, I don't count it as muskie fishing. I count it as I caught a muskie, but not muskie fishing. Same with bass. I catch a lot of bass, big bass too sometimes, when I'm either catfishing or when I'm bait fishing. Other than that, I don't go out of my way. Between the crappie and the flathead season and channel catch and salmon fishing in the fall, and even stocker trout fishing in the fall, and then ice fishing, it's hard to fit anything else in. But I do love eating walleye.
Well, you be safe out there. I forgot where Betty. And you have fun on the maiden voyage of the boat. Have a good night, Muskrat.
Good night, Muskrat.
There you go. It's on the screen.
All right. My beard grows this long in like literally 7 months. The reason why it's this long now is because I haven't been able to go to my barber shop, and I'm afraid to trim it myself. I've made too many mistakes. I got a good barber that does it, and I haven't been able to. I've lost a lot of weight. I've gained some back during this whole thing, actually, but I take a lot of vitamins, and B12 is one of them, and B12 will make your beard grow like crazy. There's another beard pro tip: B12 every day.
No, Headhunter will not do a backflip.
I'm sorry?
Headhunter keeps trying to get me to do a backflip off the table.
Oh, I'm not doing a backflip off the table. I did one off a dock. That was enough.
It's on the screen for you.
Oh, I didn't. I caught it on suckers. They love suckers, especially on bobbers. I'm floating suckers for whether it's for channels or for flatheads. If there's a pike or a muskie, they'll go after it. I've caught a muskie on a night crawler.
You remember that joke I told you about last Friday night
Which one?
about the leggings?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
He says, I'll do a backflip if Norman wears a pair of leggings.
Yeah, what's the legging story?
That is from one of Norman that has a website that he has for t-shirts, hoodies, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah?
And he also put leggings up for women fishing.
Ah.
And when on his live feed, everybody just decided to go ballistic with it and just razz him about it and asking him when he can put on the leggings and show, do a dance with it and all that stuff.
Hey, if it gets you subs, right?
Oh, that would boost his channel up immensely if he did that.
I'm not going to start fly fishing.
But that was a live feed that was so funny.
I can imagine.
He may have had a light on that made his face red, but his face was still red after he turned off that light from blushing.
I am not going to start fly fishing. The closest I'm going to get is tying crappie flies this fall. Maybe I'm going to start.
Well, I just see Maurice in here. I thought.
I saw Maurice in here earlier too.
No, I just thought I'd just seen him in here again with a question. I take vitamin, all the liquid vitamins all in one. Plus, I also use vitamin E oil on my beard.
Nice.
Plus, I shampoo it and condition it when I take a shower and brush it out.
My wife picks me up some beard oil every now and then. She knows what it should have in there.
I use beard oil every so often, but I use a lot of vitamin E oil.
That'll do it.
Because I can put vitamin E oil in here within 5 minutes, be glistening, and it ought to be soaked up.
You'll be getting all the ladies, right?
But I tell you what, I haven't had a woman tell me that touched that beard that didn't want to quit playing with it because it's so soft. That'll get you laughing.
No comment. Norman leggings. Man, poor Norm. He's trying to provide a service or a product for the lady catfishman, and he's getting all sorts of.
Oh, I understand that, but it's just how it went. I'm sorry, Palmetto. I couldn't resist on that one. He asked a question, and I was trying to answer it without laughing.
Hey, Buckeye said he'll wear the leggings.
Okay.
Michael asked a question.
Whoops. I'm trying to get that question up here, but our chat just moving fast tonight.
Oh, do I watch the most? I'm a big YouTube fishing fan. Actually, where I live, John B started out here. This is where he's from. So I used to see him all over the river and stuff. cuss him out for showing all our spots out on his videos and stuff. But right now, some of my favorites besides all you guys, I like Richard Jean. I like River Certified. Spencer's always a nice guy to me. Fish and More, that's a good, great guy. He's always willing to help. Jonathan over at Hook Catfish, he lives out here. I talk to him whenever I get a chance. He's a good guy. Obviously, I watch Catfishing and Carp. I've been watching him forever. I actually, if I'm not fishing on Saturday mornings, it's like my morning ritual to make a pot of coffee and watch his videos before I get started while I'm enjoying my coffee every Saturday morning, which is kind of cool. There's so many. SK's Crappie Adventures, he's down in Texas. That guy is the crappie master. He hand ties all his jigs and he just annihilates them. Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I can't just name any. I think my list of channels I'm subscribed to are probably like 200.
So,
channels.
what about the Guggen Squad, Palmetto Cat? Is that Lakeport guy in the Guggen Squad?
Yeah, like I said, Peric and John B are from around here. Every now and then they'll come back. I'll see them every now and then. But other than that, I don't watch their stuff too often. They've kind of strayed from just fishing. And up here in northern Illinois, this is bass pond heaven. I mean, if you can't catch a bass in a pond around here, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Hey, Norman, can you post Catfish and Crappie's link in the chat?
The Guggens know how to make videos, and they've gone into professional production now.
Yeah, they really went into making lures and fishing lures and all that, rods, reels.
Oh yeah, they're doing well for themselves, but they got a professional production company and stuff now. They always have a cameraman with them. It's a different animal. It's entertainment, which is fine. Everybody deserves to make a living, and might as well do something you love, as long as you don't get tired of it. God bless them.
God bless them. They made it rich in the YouTube channel.
Yep, they got a lot of kids fishing, and that is not a bad thing.
No, that ain't a bad thing. Me, I just want to get more women into catfishing, more beginners in the fishing.
I agree. Couples that fish together are happy together. Right, Mr. and Mrs.
Content could be better. That's the bad part. I don't want to sell products to kids. I'd rather get the kids into fishing and help them learn how to.
Definitely.
Here's a question from Terry Lane. Putting it on the screen for you.
All right. I enjoy using I use rail splitters. I use whisker seekers, and I got the slime cat rod, which I like a lot. Those are my favorite rods for catfishing. I use ACC crappie sticks, and I use B&M poles for crappie. I like Abu Garcia. I'm an Abu fan as far as the catfish round reels go, and I like the Fluger Presidentials and the Shimano Stratics for spinning reels. I also like the Akuma Avenger for catfish back when I was fishing with spinning reels. Those were good, the bait runners. Those were good rods. I did go through a few of them, but for the price, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome, Lyle. If you don't know who Catfish and Crappie is, here's a link to his channel. You can go over and subscribe to him and hit the notification. Show him some love and help. Let's help him grow.
Thank you so much, guys. Hey, Palmetto, if I could fish any place or any fish, it would be GTs. I think you got to go to like Bora Bora, way out there, closer to Australia, but they're supposedly one of the hardest fighting fish in the world. We had planned a vacation to go to Cabo San Lucas to catch mahi-mahi and wahoo beginning of this month, and that got canceled because of all the travel bans. So that kind of broke my heart, but we're going to try and do that again next year. But those 3 fish are on my list. I want to catch a GT, which is like a crazy expensive, like 20-hour flight kind of trip. Wahoo and mahi mahi. Those are the ones that are on my target. As far as local species right now, I'm looking for bowfin. I've never caught a bowfin, and I'd like to go up north for some sturgeon this fall.
Maurice, I'm sorry I missed your question earlier, but I was trying to keep up with it, and chat was just flying by.
Giant trevally. That's what GT stands for, Palmetto. I'm sorry.
Where would you go fishing for giant trevally?
In the South Pacific, closer to like Bora Bora and stuff. That's like a dream vacation. That's like lottery money vacation. That's like
That'd
huge. That's like 12-inch poppers and stuff.
What do you have planned for your YouTube channel this year?
I'm gonna try and catch some fish and teach some people how to fish. Like I said, I'm a kind of a tech/gear nerd, so I'm probably gonna do some reviews. Like I was telling you earlier, maybe even some cooking videos. I got 20 trout in my freezer. I need to smoke. I see a video coming up for that. I like pocket knives, fishing knives to be specific. I might do some reviews for stuff like that. Those are just some of my ideas.
There's one for you up on the screen.
One person to fish with, who would it be? That's a good question. There's a gentleman in Kentucky named Brian Murphy. He's a big catfish guy. I've read some stuff about him, and I've seen him on the Meat Eater podcast and television show. He's a big squirrel hunter / catfish guy. I like to fish with somebody like that. The Linders, any of them, Dave Winkleman. I'm from Chicago, so there are a lot of North ones. Jimmy Houston, believe it or not, he was my first subscriber to my channel. He sent me some nice words because I kind of comment a lot of his videos. He fell in love with my name. He says, catfish probably doesn't get better than that. He goes, I'll be your first subscriber, and he did. So he's another guy that I'd really like to fish with. Of course I want to fish with you and Maurice. That goes without saying, buddy.
Miss Catfish Hunter wants to know if you have any homemade recipes for catfish bait.
I use cut bait, and then if I'm using like stink, I'll use. I haven't used chicken livers in years. I'll use stink bait once in a while, but that stays in my truck. That's another pond fishing thing. If I don't want to burn, like, let's say I'm saving bait for flatheads, where I don't have a lot of bait, I'll take the kids or some friends out and use some stink bait out on the local ponds and stuff. But other than that, I use live or cut bait almost always.
Jimmy Houston was your first subscriber.
He was.
Wow.
That really surprised me. It was really nice. I do talk to him on his channel. He does the daily devotionals and stuff. I've been on there a few times. A lot of the guys I've met in the fishing industry are really nice guys. I met Mike Iaconelli. He spent like 4 minutes, took silly pictures with me. He was a real nice guy. Everybody I met at Catfish Conference is a nice guy. Everybody I've met online. That's one of the reasons I like fishing. Not just the actual sport. I like the camaraderie, and I like the social aspect of it big time. So that's one of the reasons for starting the channel, to grow that aspect of it. What's up, Jace? How are you doing, buddy?
Now, do you prefer drifting or anchor fishing?
I'm an anchor fisherman. I just started drifting this week. Or dragging, actually. Powered dragging. I imagine it's pretty close to the same.
What are you going to change it to, Wicked? Trying to keep up with these.
I just sold my kayak Palmetto, and I'm sorry I did, but I never had a chance to use it. I think kayak fishing's great. I just saw that Spencer at River Certified got that Torpedo motor on the back of his new canoe, and I think that's the bee's knees. But those Torpedos are expensive. Here's a quick side note on that. I used to plow the Torpedo a lot at their international headquarters right down the street from me, and I would talk to them guys when they were coming in the morning. I'm like, "Hey, I need a Torpedo. Give me a deal." And they wouldn't budge. I tried though.
What do you guys think of
Hey,
the
Lyle, how are you,
weekend?
bud?
I'm going to try to do a different thumbnail each week.
I thought it was great. I liked it.
I had to change it the first one.
You asked for a picture. I was standing there. I took that picture right then and there and just sent it to you.
Yeah, I did. I did a cutout of it. But your finger wasn't in it for some reason.
That's all right. That's fine. Oh, and before I forget, I got these today. I want to give one out to you guys. So how do we do this?
All right. Everybody after Jay's catfishing, pick a number between. Let's see how many people's in the room first. So there's 20 people in here. Hold on, not yet, John Patrick.
We might have to talk, Palmetto. I'll take care of you, buddy.
Pick a number between 1 and 25. I'm not going to look. Starting now, after Maurice, or from Palmetto. There's 21 present, so we'll do 21 through 21. And you tell them when to stop.
Stop.
That's quick.
I didn't know how many people were in here.
I looked on my tablet. So after 1 through 21, pick a number. Pick one number between 1 through 21 without looking at the chat.
Without looking, 17.
All right. Let's go back and see who has 17.
Justin's fishing fetish got it. Unless there was one before him. Hey, Justin, I think
Tim Molina had it. There was two of them that had it.
Oh, who had it?
Tim Molina and Justin Fishing Fetish were tied.
All right, who was first?
So we'll just do a tiebreaker between Tim and Justin. A number between
Tim was first. Okay, you guys, you figure it out. You do this better than me. I'm willing to give one away.
1 through 15.
Do you want me to
pick? The two that's tied. For the two that are tied, pick a number between 1 and 15. All right, pick your number.
11.
The closest would be Justin. He had 13.
Yeah, that is. Yep.
They're both close. One had 8, the other one had 13.
Hey, Justin, can you send me a message on Facebook? I think we're friends on there. Send me your address and I'll ship it out to you.
Hey, Tim. All right.
Show the hat again. All right. I think it turned out all right.
I'm gonna do something here.
It is embroidered, so that's a good thing.
But I'm gonna do this one a little bit differently. Now, who has been watching Catfish and Crappie's videos?
There isn't many of them, but I'm glad anybody's watching them. I'm not selling anything yet. I kind of am waiting till at least 500, 1,000, maybe 1,000 subs before I start selling stuff. I kind of got these for some friends of mine, for some people that I know that take a lot of pictures.
Hey, Chunky.
But I'll send them to a few people. Hey, Chunky, how are you?
All right, I got 3 boxes of braid at 110 yards a box, 40-pound braid at 8-pound test diameter. These 3 here, they're brand new, untouched, unopened. I'm trying to think. How many people has watched my videos? The question is going to deal with one of my videos. One of my videos that I posted, and there's many of them up there. In which video was it that I caught? In what video? How big was my personal flathead? My personal best flathead. How big was it? I don't see the right answer yet. No, that's the blue, Tim. I'm talking flathead. Norman went to go look because he ain't even piping in.
Palmetto's gone through all the numbers. I remember you saying it in the chat, but I forgot. I think Outdoors Addiction's right.
Not close enough.
I'd love to come
coming down the Santee. No, you're too high. People are getting close. 2 people's got close. Two people have really got close to the personal best on the flathead. Norman, you hit it.
Norman got it?
Yeah, 36 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Somebody said that earlier.
Who said it earlier? I thought someone said 39.
Outdoors Addiction said it.
Okay, so Outdoor Adventures and Chunky are Norman. I have 2 packages of line I can send you. Message me your information on Facebook, and I'll get it out to you.
Congratulations, guys. Justin, make sure you send me your info on Facebook.
I didn't see Outdoor Addictions earlier.
Oh, that's okay. I kind of remember the answer from one of your chats. I didn't see it on a video, to be honest, and I saw it pop up. And I was betting it was him that it got.
I got 40 pounds, and I got some 30-pound braid I can send out. I can send you the 30-pound braid, Ken, and I'm going to send the outdoor addiction to 40-pound braid. So outdoor addiction and I already got your information, Headhunter. But outdoor addiction, message me on Facebook, and I'll get it out to you. You still like in here outdoors?
Anybody got any more questions? I'd love to answer whatever you guys got for me.
I know your wife supports you. Oh, Palmetto asked when you coming to Santee.
I mentioned that. I'd love to come to Santee. Everything I hear from Dieter Milhorn's videos, I don't know. He was saying about how stumpy it is, and that kind of terrifies me a little bit.
Outdoor addiction. You got me. We're friends on Facebook, aren't we? Outdoors.
I do use medium action rods practically most of the time. The only time I use heavy rods is when I'm fishing a heavy cover for flatheads. Other than that, I like using medium heavies. Yeah, I'd love to do catch and cook videos. I don't eat that much fish. I don't keep too much. I don't keep flatheads. So just because the rivers are so pressured here, I kind of, want to catch them. But catfish, sure. Crappie, sure. Salmon, I'll carve that up come fall, no problem. Oh, nice. I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I'm always anxious to go fishing. It's going to be a late night. The bite doesn't even start until, honestly, don't tell anybody, until after 11, 12 o'clock around here. So it'll be a long night. No, you guys are too kind. Maybe I will have to get a few more.
Outdoor addiction. Find me on Facebook and message me with your contact information. I'll get them out to you, and I'll have yours out, and I'll have Headhunters out.
Oh, the Upper Lakes Palmetto? Yeah, I think I remember him saying that in his video and his podcast. I remember him saying the thing that I really liked, the way he described it, is the community of what it's like out there, how it's geared towards a lot of catfish stuff. It sounds right up my alley. I love that stuff. If I go way up north fishing, like when I was a kid, if any of you are friends with me on Facebook, you'll see a picture of me wishing my father happy birthday. That's a picture of my father taking me up to Land O'Lakes, Wisconsin. It's the same way up there. The whole community is Hayward is like muskies and pike, walleye. And if I could find a place like that for catfish, that'd be cool. But I believe Santee is a long ride for me. I'd rather catch a huge flathead. I love crappie, but those are flathead gets my puppet. I explained to somebody once who's a muskie fisherman. They're like, "Why should I fish for flathead?" Or why do you fish for flathead? I said, I've caught muskie, and muskie are nice. They're hard to catch. They're good fighters. I go, but a flathead, you got to put your back into it. How often do you put a back into catching a muskie? To this day, he's a flathead fishing. I see him on the banks all the time. Oh, thank you, Chunky. I appreciate it, man. Coming from you, that's a big compliment.
Okay, people, just remember tomorrow night it'll be Catfish Headhunter or Mrs. Catfish Headhunter doing the live stream, and Sunday night it'll be Palmetto Cats. They'll be on 8 o'clock Eastern time for Norman and 8 o'clock Eastern time for Palmetto cats.
Actually, 8 Palmetto. I'm literally 20 minutes from Rockford, so you know exactly where I'm at.
What's your favorite catfish reel?
My favorite catfish reel? Abu 65. Actually, the Pro Rocket's my favorite, but they're a little pricey. Unless you can find them used, and boy, do I look.
Okay, Outdoor Addiction. I got it.
Very cool, Palmetto. I have not heard of them, but I'll look them up. Actually, my good friend who lives across the street from me, he's from Rockford. I bet you he'd heard of them.
I'm trying to keep up with this stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all of this stuff.
And I got 3 devices I'm trying to keep. I have chats going on because one catches it quicker than the other. I don't know why my tablet gets the questions a lot quicker. Well, I'd love to see that one.
I'll have to check them out. My niece is big into like drum corps, and she's actually she started doing that, then she got into dance and stuff, and she's actually a dance teacher now at the age like 20. Oh my God, she's 20. Oh my goodness.
Good night, Ozark.
But yeah, I'll ask her about that. I wouldn't be surprised if she knew a bunch about it. Phantom Ridgman. I'm going to cut and copy that into a notepad, so I got it. And I will ask her.
Everybody, if you would please share this out and share out Catfish and Crappie's webpage, and let's get him growing, and let's get everybody else in here growing.
I appreciate you guys' time. Sit here and listen to me on a Friday night. I'm speechless. It's awesome. God bless every one of you. And happy fishing. It's my happy place. So hopefully you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way. So as corny as that all sounds, but that's honestly how I feel.
I like doing this kind of live feeds where I get both new people in here and other people that can help other people. And if you ever have questions about catfishing or anything, you can always contact me, Palmetto, anybody in this chat, or anybody in the catfish community, and we'll help you.
Axon, I got questions for you because I want to head down your way pretty soon.
All right.
All right, folks, I'm going to go fishing. Thank you very much.
What's your question?
Have a wonderful evening. God bless. How do I say goodbye? I don't know.
You should be able to just click on the X.
Oh, I mean, all these good people here, it's hard to say goodbye is what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you had a question for me.
Oh, no, I'm going to hit you up for some locations, campgrounds, and stuff when I head that way.
Oh, trust me, I got some good spots.
Wonderful. I appreciate it. All right, guys, have a good night. Have a great weekend. Get out there and fish. God bless.
So who do you think won the bird contest? Welcome back, Jason. How are you doing, bud? Are you fishing? Good night, Terry. You're welcome, Catfish and Crappie. Doing any good? Thank you, Chunky Cats. It was. He was very good at that. Cool. Are you using the jigs or are you using the hair rigs, Justin? That's good, catfish head owner. Are you still catching a bunch of babies? Those big ones ought to be out. He's a very good speaker. He is a great speaker. Could learn a lot from him. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting you on here one night, Miss Catfish Head Hunter. So we can get to know you and ask you questions. Well, you did good. You did good taking over his cooking show. You can have your husband sitting next to you. All right, guys. You all have a good night and you be safe. That'd be good. Oh, Chad. It'd be a good. That's an idea. You guys talk it over and let me know what Friday night you guys want to come on again. How's your video going, Chunky? That's what I'm going to do, Chad. Get them two on here. Husband and wife fishing team. I didn't see no shyness there at all, Miss Mary. Well, I'll talk to you guys later, and I will see you tomorrow night. That's good. I do like the sinkers the way you spray them. Good night, everybody. I will see you. Be on tomorrow. I'll be in chat on Catfish Headhunters show at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and be sure to join it. Be there. He's going to have a lot of good topics and everything to watch and listen to and join in. And be sure to bring your questions. Night, Mike. See you all next week. Thank you, Chunky. See you tomorrow night, Norm. Night, Mary.